me we have architect Premendra Raj Mehta. And sir took lot of time in actually coming to this place, seeing this place before he actually started to design this. This is a part of an important redevelopment project that sir did, and we are very glad to have architect Premendra Raj Mehta sir with us. So sir, welcome to our this episode, which is dedicated on the redevelopment on Connaught Place in Delhi.
Thank you, Raja. I'm very happy to come back here after many, many years to look at what we had designed and how it is now being used by people, what is the performance of some of the spaces which we created. I'm very, very happy to be with you.
Great, sir. So, sir, we spoke a lot about this Connaught Place redevelopment project, and it took a long time, for you to, persuade a lot of people, persuade a lot of government authorities, statutory bodies. So, tell us about that experience, sir.
See, this is a unique project, as I said, a living place requiring redevelopment, requiring restoration of heritage, requiring indulgence of multiple authorities who would have jurisdiction over it, say environment issue, traffic and transport issues. So authorities connected with that, they wanted to look at what exactly we are trying to do. So we had some very unique experience. Let's say, for example, when Ministry of Environment and Forest, they said we should submit an environment impact assessment study. So we prepared a study, but we did a scientific part, but at the same time what I thought was necessary was the design part. That by design, what good we are likely to do to this place and its environment, why not present that before we present a scientific study to them. So what we did was we did an analysis of how we have increased the soft area. So in this project we said that from a hard surface, unduly available here, why not reduce it and bring softer area, increase them. So that was our first part. And we presented it that, okay, in terms of quantification, this is the percentage what we have done. Second was traffic and transportation. We thought we would do calming of traffic. That in and around Connaught Place, including inner circle, radial roads, middle circle, outer circle, we said let's design the road in a manner and the movement in a manner that there is no acceleration and deceleration. So when you don't brake and you don't start, the emission of fumes would get naturally reduced. Somebody could do the quantification, but we thought that we must highlight that the conceptual interventions we had done. And then the third concern of that was the parking, that do we have sufficient parking or not. So we reorganized the parking in the entire area. We also at that time had proposed underground parking so that we could take care of that. And also NDMC had proposed a number of parking lots just outside the outer circle. So we took cognizance of all that and presented that to that authority and to Bhurilal committee, which was to look at, so the two authorities looking at the environmental approval, and we got the approval very easily, because you see we were doing improvement in an existing situation and it was very visible by the very virtue of the scheme itself, and we worked around.
So, asking about the, as you said, improvement in an existing space. Usually new projects are easier to do, but retrofit usually take a lot of time, and a lot of hard work is required, a lot of deliberation is required. So tell us about, what were the, how did you find this place, and what were the transformations that you actually made?
See, the most important thing here was the physical survey of the place. There were existing trees in the open spaces, and how do we integrate them and create inspiring public spaces around some of these areas. So we planned it, we planned the movement from one block to another. We said, okay, what do people require, that after certain X distance, say 100 meters or so you walk, you need some space where you can relax. So let's create those nodes. And we created those nodes around some of the trees and plants which we had. Then we added some more to that. But that was our idea. So first we did the actual survey. We walked ourselves, myself, Dr. Romil Mehta, Mr. Daya. We said, okay, let's walk around over and over. Let us see the behavior of people. Let us see the assets which we have, and let us put them together. Central Park was there already, but there was no walkway outside that. So we thought how to integrate the inner circle with the Central Park. So at a number of places, and then of course Metro has its own vomitories all around the inner circle. So we said let's connect the corridor of the inner circle to a vomitory, and that too further to the Central Park. But this must be an unhindered movement of people, and they must visibly get priority over the vehicular movement. So we created a very smooth surface, a smooth connection between the corridor, parking lot, vomitory, across the inner circle road to the footpath around Central Park, to the access of Central Park. And you can see it today that it has the priority. The vehicles have to stop, they have to slow down, give way to people, and I feel today extremely happy that this is working well.
Absolutely. So, you saw this place, from what it was and what it is today, and a lot of transformation has happened. Even I came here as a kid, and, today when I see these benches around, today when I see, everything managed properly, I really, really feel good. So, talking about the heritage character of this place. Now, this place is no ordinary place. This is the heart of Delhi. This is the central business district. As we see around, there are a lot of businesses which strive to have their offices here. So how did you preserve the heritage character of this particular place?
See, as you rightly said, this is perhaps the best address in the country. And those who possess a small little place even here, they take pride in what we have. Geographically, it is the center of Delhi. It is the east, west, north, south, whichever way you go. And the two lines of metro, they have further accentuated its centrality in the entire city. So when we looked at these, some of these buildings with this kind of an important location, we studied these buildings. What we did, we studied the old drawings which we had in the Ministry of Urban Development. Those drawings were available. Some of the drawings, some of the details which were originally designed by architect Russell Todd, who was the chief architect of NDMC at that time. And we studied what material he has used and so on. So we prepared a heritage conservation management plan. So once we prepared that plan, so it had included the original shape, what had happened to it in terms of its usage, and what we can do to restore it. So our proposal was to restore it in its original shape, size, profile, material, and external finish. We were focused only on the corridor as per the mandate which we had, which fell into the public area, and we did that. The biggest challenge we found was that some of the columns, they were giving way. Some of the beams put across those circular columns, they were giving way. So the first and foremost thing was to open up every column falling in that area. Over 1,100 columns we restored. We examined, we saw that there was a deterioration and of variety of kind. The brick was crumbling down. If it was a brick pier, if it was a RCC, maybe there was a corrosion in the columns, and so on. So we prepared a detailed scheme of retrofitting, and we had experts from this field helping us. Dr. Sailesh Agarwal from BMTPC agreed to review those because he also happens to be an expert on retrofitting, and we restored each and every column. That way we opened up the plaster, examined. So we did a condition survey first, and after doing a condition survey, we did the retrofitting plan we had prepared for that. Then we implemented it, and then restored the external finish as it is again. So that's how we did it.
So sir, I think the proof of the pudding in its eating. So let's go and see.
What you see behind me now are two things. One is the connection between the footpath of the Central Park, connecting it to the DMRC vomitory and taking people through to the inner circle of the Connaught Place. On the other end, you would see very important thing is that how cars they are parked in a sunken area, and they allow us a complete connectivity with the heritage building of the inner circle, and we can actually see even its corridor, the floor of its corridor also at places is visible, but at least you can see all the people who are moving. Else, if the parking would have been at the same level as the road level, you would not have seen the people moving in the corridor. So that is a major intervention in terms of levels, what we did, and we worked out the drainage, and we are able to create a visual connectivity between the Central Park and the inner circle. That the level of the inner circle is almost 1 meter higher than the parking lot. There was a time when the level of the parking lot was exactly the same as the inner circle road, which had gradually gone up in the level vis-a-vis the level of the corridor. So virtually this road is 1 meter higher than the inner circle corridor of the building. So what we did and what we thought first was that these cars, if somebody is on the park side, is there a way to hide this and increase the visibility of the building? So we started from the corridor side, took a reverse slope for drainage, and that has ended up in that level difference. But the ultimate achievement is if you are on the park side, most of the cars, you only see about 500 mm of the car, and you are able to see the entire. Where I am standing is a connection between the inner circle corridor to vomitory of DMRC, and that connects directly to the footpath outside the Central Park. So that was the scheme, and you can see now the car and the motorcycles, you see they have to stop, they have to give way to the people in movement, and that is what we were able to achieve. So we negotiated with the levels, created such a situation that it is visibly well connected for pedestrians. There is an ease of movement, so wherever they are, they don't have to search from where they have to cross, and the vehicles would necessarily slow down for them by way of design, not by manning it. So this is the power of design which we tried to demonstrate at this place. I want to show you how we reorganized the graphics. So there were 4 levels at which we said befitting the heritage structure. So we had a lower level where you see there's drop downs. Then on top of that, over the cornice, you have one set of display. So all dimensions, everything is settled. And then over the windows, again, we had provided. And then there are drop downs which you see this Rejoice sale, or if you see at Van Nissen that there are drop downs. So these 4 levels of graphics befitting the scheme of the structure we proposed, and I am very happy to see that most of the people are observing it. So the chaos of graphic is gone. Now it is visible and very visually very accessible, that I can actually search for whatever I am looking for. So this is something I think unique in a heritage structure, that over a period of time you try to reorganize and people follow that discipline. What we did here was enlarging the pedestrian ways. So we had only the corridor, and after the corridor, as you see, was parking. But what we did, we added another 4.5 meters width of exclusive pedestrian way integrated with the corridor space. So idea was that people, when they are in shade, the sun is not harsh, they can come out. So it gets enlarged, and now you can see that there are so many people here, and this has actually helped, because as I said, our target was that we must look at the pedestrian requirements. You see, there are no scientific studies to say that for how many people, what width do you require, though we have it for vehicles. So, but we went along with our thinking that this is a place over a period of time, this would attract more and more people. So we must enlarge the pedestrian ways, minimize the parking to the extent we can, and in number of phases, if we can actually eliminate it and move it to some other place, that was our target. And I feel now today that that has been very successful, this intervention. We also made provision for visually impaired people by providing tactile tiles. So I'm very happy that this is being used very successfully. The landscape area along with it, whatever little we created to segregate the pedestrian area from the parking area so that the pedestrian area is not encroached by motorcycles and bicycles and things like that. Though of course we at one time thought that the bicycles could run on this, but gradually the number of people are so many that it is now best used the way it has been designed. This is what you see is block to block connection. So here a radial road is bisecting the two blocks, and the intervention we did was that we brought the connection at grade. So vehicles would go up and down. They would slow down because of the material we have used, the cobblestone. So there will be calming of traffic, but the pedestrian would move on grade from one block to another. So this has brought in a connectivity in the entire circle of Connaught Place in the inner circle side, that seamlessly people can move from one block to another block. So again, I see that many people are using it. There are hawkers I see around it because this has actually become a kind of a junction. So I think it's very lively what I see. Wonderful it has been. Now here, this is again a entry to a particular block. So from A block now we are moving towards the B block, and at this entrance we have created a public seating area. So at every entry point a seating area has been created, and these are being used because almost you travel 100 meters, 150 meters while crossing one block. So these are the places where you can rest for a while and sit, and this has landscape behind it. So and then this is connected to the parking. It is connected through a ramp to the parking area, so even disabled people can enter into this area. So this could be their first entry point from their own parking lot, and it is a meeting point for people. People can sit here and all that. So that is how this has been designed. So these are the kind of intervention we did from a conventional arrangement where it was a shop and corridor to a place which is a meeting place, which is a place where you come to relax, you have passive recreation, you eat, you sit, and you can see what's happening. So it's a very animated surrounding, and you rest and you see. So that's what we did here was that we restored the columns. We looked at their condition, and then we retrofitted that, and then we restored. The entire profile of what you see over the capital of the column, that has been brought back into its original shape. There was a decay in plaster. We did that. Then we restored the jali below the windows. We redid the windows as they were originally there. And then also you can see at the top, the wrought iron railing, exactly the way it was brought back into the position. The new one was constructed, and we installed it again. So the idea was to get exactly the same external facade as it was originally there, though in between for many years people had changed it, modified it to suit their own requirements, but we restored it all in its original shape. And also what we did was illumination of the facade. So if you come at night time, maybe sometimes you can see that this heritage building, the entire Connaught Place is illuminated, and this has given it a new life, and a great charm to the city has come in, and people now throng this place. Even now that we have a situation where the movement is restricted and so on, but still people are coming in good number with whatever COVID protocol they have to follow. But the place has become very lively again. The flooring went under a great kind of a discussion for this project. The original flooring in the corridor was that of Dholpur stone. Over a period of time, because of the durability issues, it would get stains. Most of the shopkeepers had changed it to Kota stone. But when we thought we should intervene, we thought we must bring back, if not the original material, something very close to it and something which is durable in the contemporary times. So we brought in this pattern of Dholpur stone and granite together, at least in public areas, with an intent that it must somewhat bring back the memory of the kind of materials we had used, and also something which would be durable for times to come. So that is how this flooring was experimented, and I think it is very successful. People are using it and nothing has gone wrong in last almost now 15 years that this is in place. So it has worked very well. So I think in public areas we have to look at the durability issues, particularly when footfalls are high. The selection of material has to be very judicious. So this is one such example where we thought that we would blend what was originally used inside the building and in the corridors, but when we were dealing with the outside spaces, we would blend it with the new material and put to use. The other interesting intervention we did here was that when we had to remove the electrical wires, communication wires hanging overhead, we built a trench around the building. What you see, this manhole here, the chamber, this has electrical connection coming in, this has communication connection coming in, and this is taken to the door of a shop. So every shop was identified, and there is a chamber right outside the shop which brings electrical and communication connection. And they can pick up from there and they can do their internal wiring from there. So this is a major intervention that you don't see now wires hanging in Connaught Place. The servicing has become very easy. If there is any fault, one knows. So chamber to chamber, there is a distance of 20 meters. You can go inspect, correct, and add if it is necessary. So it has all the possibilities of addition, maintenance with ease without digging up the area around the shop and outside the shop. So public areas would not have any digging any further. It saves us of hassle, because if you see the footfalls here, any kind of a digging would be creating a hurdle in the movement of the people and an environmental hazard as well. So this is how we tackled this problem. Here we designed the edges of the road. The intervention here was that post the curbstone, what we would do is we would keep 1.2 meters of green area, and this green area would have the signages, lamp posts, and any other feature signages you would want to install, they would be installed in this. The idea is that the footpath should remain clear of these kind of posts which come on and off, and for different purposes we need. So we designated a 1.2 meters post the curbstone from the road for this purpose, and it also became a green buffer between the pedestrian area and the road. So the pedestrian feels safe, he feels himself very safe while he is moving. He is not closer to the vehicles, he is moving along with the green area, and he can also see the signages. And if any repair needs to be done for these signages or illumination posts or lamp posts or anything, you only disturb or dig up this 1.2 meters of area, and the footpath remains absolutely exclusively for the pedestrian. So this was a major intervention we did, and you can see that happened here. Now this is what you see behind me are cooling towers of the Rajiv Chowk metro station. Now this is where the first inspection in 2006, first week of January when we came here, and what we saw here was a big RCC wall almost rising 3 meters from the ground. And the entire team of NDMC, architects and many other people who had come to take the first look at what we are supposed to do, everybody was unanimous that this is one wall which must be demolished. What we termed it as a great wall of DMRC, and this was our first hit. We said if the ambience of this precinct has to be maintained, the green Central Park, its greenery has to be visible. This is something we will not accept. And the good luck is that DMRC agreed to review their design of these cooling towers, and it was demolished. So what you see today is different than what at one time would have actually killed the entire Central Park. See, this was a very challenging assignment we have had to restore the facade of this heritage precincts of whole of Connaught Place, and also look at the contemporary issues like need for larger pedestrian areas, improving some of the environmental condition by introducing softer services, reorganizing some of the movement of traffic, reorganizing the graphics, because you see over a period of time it had become very haphazard. Everybody, wherever he wanted to advertise his product or his firm or his name, they did it. There was a complete deterioration of public utilities like water supply, sanitation. They were overstretched. They have crossed their service life in some cases. There were additions done over a period of time in electrical system. Wires were hanging. There were unsafe conditions when you go on the backyards and things like that. So when we reviewed it in totality, what we thought that we need to have a comprehensive plan for its redevelopment, while the High Court of Delhi had said that the corridor, which is a public passage, needs to be safe and NDMC needs to attend to it. So while the trigger for the assignment was safety of people who would walk under the corridors of the ground floor shopping center, but NDMC took upon itself that they must comprehensively look at the overall development, because this had been at that time in 2005-2006 almost a 75-year-old development. Many of the buildings were purely masonry, or they were cement concrete, and sometimes maybe reinforcement was also there. So RCC structures were also there, but it was a combination, RBC roof, somewhere RC roof, and so on. So it was a very challenging assignment where the ownership of the building was with somebody else. The spaces around, the open spaces around, fell in the domain of NDMC, the municipality for this place. So we thought that in the interest of public, which actually works around these open spaces, we must prepare a comprehensive plan, and that is the challenge we took. So for us, it became a heritage restoration project, a landscape project, a urban graphics project, a traffic and transportation project, a engineering services utility revamping project. So this became a very unique urban design and urban renewal project, which had all the components which a city would have. And the most challenging part was that this was a living place. So we were doing all this, addressing contemporary issues in a heritage precinct in a living condition. So that is what encouraged our entire team, that okay, this is once in lifetime kind of a challenge we have, and let's devote ourselves. So that was our first impression.